I'm still being asked a lot of questions on the channel about applying backspin on the cue ball and screwing it back. A lot of beginners are anxious to be able to screw the ball back 10 or 12 feet when there's a 10-foot gap between the two balls. Well, quite honestly, they're trying to run before they can walk. I mean, I would have great difficulty in screwing the ball back the full length of the table when, shall we say, there's 8 or 10-foot gap between the two balls. I haven't got the cue power that somebody like Judd Trump has got, and I'm doubtful if many players have. But to screw the ball back is quite easy, providing you follow certain guidelines. The first thing is that you have to strike the ball low, and a lot of beginners are frightened to do that. And the main reason for that is because their technique starts to have a little bit of a seesaw in it, something like that, or they think they're hitting the ball low down when in effect they're actually hitting it a quarter of the way up. There are many reasons why beginners can't screw the ball back. One of the things that I've learned over the years is that beginners are trying to screw the ball back and pot the ball. Well, obviously they need to do that in the future, but initially, just to get the feeling of screwing that ball back, please don't aim for a pocket. A lot of the concentration is diverted to potting the ball, and they don't actually hit this cue ball where they intend to hit it. What we're looking for is flattening the bridge, keeping the cue almost parallel with the bed of the table, and getting through the ball. Now, if you keep those two balls close together, we'll say a foot apart, don't aim for a pocket, just aim for the cushion, right? And from there, just get the ball to come back, get the feeling of it coming back. All right, do that a few times before you actually aim for a pocket. Nice and low on the cue ball and through the ball. Another good point to remember is don't have the balls absolutely straight. The reason for that is we want that ball to come back. If you have it straight, the ball will come back, but the beginner's got to move out of the way to allow it to come back. So a little bit of an angle just gets rid of that problem. No particular target, and just screw the ball back. And then when you can do that and successfully, after a few attempts, don't forget to chalk your cue. And this time what we're going to do is just widen the gap a little, say 6 inches or so from where it was before. Now you'll find it gets a little bit harder. Still no need to belt the ball, but just get through it and feel the ball. Once you can do that, now we can start thinking about potting the ball as well. All right, be careful not to let the potting the ball, shall we say, reduce your concentration on where you're going to hit the cue ball. So from there, chalk your cue, just get through the ball, nice and low. And then from there, get through the ball. It will come back. Now, to strike that ball low, we've got options. The first one is we can just flatten the bridge here to get the cue tip down onto the lower part of the cue ball. Joe Davis always used to say when he was doing a power screw, he used to use the loop bridge from there. This stopped any degree of the cue rising as he hit the ball, and that way he could get through it in the right position. I remember also Joe and another famous player, Willie Thorne, if they had a problem flattening the bridge there, what they used to do was roll the bridge over so that the thumb rested onto the bed of the table, and that used to get the cue low. Now, me personally, I don't like that technique, but if people are having problems, it's worth a try. Either rolling it over there or indeed the loop bridge. Either one are okay. It's whatever suits the individual. So now once we've got to the point where we've got a fair degree of distance between the two balls, all right, from there, what we've got to do now is make sure we strike low. We don't allow the concentration of the pot detract from where we're hitting the cue ball, and just get through the ball, nice and low. No need for a lot of power. It will come back.